going to be a hassle. So more than likely, you're going to use your comms. If you issue a 1078, make sure to issue a location.
Yeah.
If you hear a 1078 call, respond immediately. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you're dealing with a prisoner at this time of a 1078, someone you're about to escort to jail, what do?
You let him go.
No. If you already have this guy in custody, you've already read him his rights, you're going through the lawyer process, and there's a 1078 call, you still continue that process and take him up to jail. The only
No.
correct. What are you saying no for?
Because the officer's life is in danger.
Okay, but if there's a 1078, you got a guy going to jail for killing cops, you're just gonna release him.
Well, it depends what charges he has.
No. Trust me, after his rights are read, that means you're already taking him to jail. You already assume that he's committed the crime. So if you read him his rights and you're already at PD, you're processing, waiting for a lawyer, you're gonna deal with that person first. In the event of a 1078, the only person that you would ever let go for any crime is speeding. Or a small crime, or petty theft, or some stupid crap. But if you already got someone that's already in custody, already read them rights, and you're sitting at PD, getting ready to process them and take them up to PD, you don't just drop him. You take him up to PD and try to hurry the process up, and then respond to the 1078 if needed. Alright? Alright. If you're in a traffic stop or at a scene dealing with somebody over a petty crime, you just drop everything you're doing and respond to that 1078. But, as it says here in the handbook, if you're transporting to a suspect or processing a suspect, you are not required to respond to the 1078 as you are previously engaged in duties that need to be completed. No matter what subdepartment you are in, you need to respond to 1078 calls. If anyone is caught not responding to 1078, you are not. All right. And you are not off duty. Disciplinary. I can't even say it, action will be taken. And
I can't even say disciplinary.
Yeah, I know. My mouth's dry right now. I need some water. Nick Plays Live. Thanks for that follow, buddy.
You're welcome.
Is that you?
Huh?
Was that you?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about the helicopter earlier, by the way.
Oh, that's okay. It's no big deal.
I kind of thinking, oh yeah, look how cool that guy looks, and then boom.
It was a late New Year firework.
Okay, basic detainment arrest. When handcuffing someone, identify yourself by name, rank, department, and ask them to put their hands behind their back. Do not just walk up to someone and tase them. Arrest. You arrest someone when you have probable cause that the arrestee has committed a crime. Upon arresting someone, you should immediately Mirandarize them and get them ready to transport to HQ for further questioning and or processing. If a fight has occurred and the suspect has been downed, go with the medic and handcuff the suspect immediately after the medic has revived this person. Then allow the medic to do their job and assess the person as necessary. When the medic has either cleared the person into your custody or states that the person will need to go back to the hospital, at this point you read the suspect their rights and either escort the PD or escort to the hospital. Do not interfere with medics and always give them the respect they deserve. Do not argue with medics about suspects at any point in time. Detainment. You detain someone you have reasonable suspicion that the detainee has committed a crime, is about to commit a crime, or is wearing a mask within city limits. You do not have to read someone their rights when they are being detained, and anything they say is still admissible in court. You may not identify detain someone and may only detain anyone for up to 90 minutes. A traffic stop is an example of detainment, you're detaining these guys for a traffic stop. Okay, any person in that vehicle, if they get out of the vehicle and you say, driver, step out, I want to speak to you, the passenger steps out. At this point, you have already probably, more than likely, and should have already identified yourself as an officer. So you could go up to the person that just got out of the vehicle and say, "Sir, please put your hands up, walk up behind him, restrain him." Okay, because that's a form of detainment.
Yep.
Alright. When you get the suspect back to PD and the rights have been read, you are still in an ongoing investigation. First thing when you get back to PD is to pat down the suspect for weapons and check for licenses for the weapons. Take a snapshot of You're fucking kidding me. Can you guys please stop?
I'm just doing my own training a little bit.
Take a snapshot of the weapons when patted down. Determine the final list of charges that you are going to present. Do not present the charges at this time. Ask the person if they would like legal representation. If yes, get a lawyer for the suspect and read the final list of charges to the suspect and the legal representative and proceed all evidence and prosecution. If no, there's no lawyer, allow the suspect to self-represent if they wish and continue with prosecution. When arresting someone, it means you have hard evidence of the person committing a crime. When detaining someone, it means you have valid suspicion of the person in both detainment and arrest. The detainee or arrestee is not allowed to leave and will be considered fleeing, eluding, felony evading if they do not stop and comply. Are you with me so far, Nicholas? I know this is a long thing, but I want you to get this down packed, so...
Sorry about that, Kirk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to see.
It's okay, you should just advise me. I didn't know what was going on.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying, you
there's-
know, put some earplugs in, man. It helps.
I
That's
have
quite
my
cool for
earplugs
training.
in.
But there's like the white thing is you can actually breach, like put C4 down and breach.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah,
Um,
probably stop blowing them up then.
Issuing ticket and checking his license. You'll
Cool,
usually
Cameron.
issue
We might
someone
do
a
one
ticket
again.
and check their license during a traffic stop or when you're processing someone. To issue someone a ticket, notify them that you have 3 chances to pay this ticket or they will be jailed before you actually cite them their first ticket. When checking license, after they have a license, notify them that you are searching them for any licenses. Use your action key, usually your Windows key, to bring up the menu to check licenses and issue
Yep.
tickets. Searching suspects. Before searching someone, notify them that you are searching their person. Then proceed to use the action key
exploding
on
the charge.
them and pat down, which should place all of their tangible items on the ground below. You still with me, bud? I know this is a long process, but like I said, I'm making sure you know what you know.
Yeah, it's all good.
Alright, spike strip usage. How would you place a spike strip on the road? Would you know how?
What did you say, sorry?
How do you
Do I know
place
how to
a
place-
spike strip? Like, what angle? Is it going to be straight across? Is it going to be a 15-degree angle? How's it going to be?
Straight.
No. It's going to be a 15-degree angle for the simple fact that sometimes cars, for some reason, it's basically just arm of physics, the way it goes. Because
So you need to have it on an angle.
yeah,
Alright.
because if they go through it at one side, more than likely the other side of the car is going to hit it. I've seen it where actually they did it straight and the car went through it and only one side of the tires went, so they were still able to fly by and run over people. Jay Annular 36, thanks for that follow, appreciate it. Man, I'm getting a lot of follows today. Good
Because
thing.
he was blowing that car up earlier, that's what everyone enjoyed.
Oh well, they weren't
Watching
watching that. To be honest, they were watching me.
Watching the cargo sky.
Spike strips are usually used to end an active vehicle pursuit or fortify a
Short for a flag.
checkpoint or roadblock. Spike strips are never to be used in any other manner than placing them on the ground against vehicles. Also, if we're in an active bank robbery and we have cars that keep coming through the bank robbery checkpoint, put spike strips down. If an officer at the bank robbery mainly is going to be CERT, because they're going to be the guys that are in charge of lead investigation and negotiations, and they say, put spike strips down at such and such area, then you'll grab spike strips and you'll go put them down. Crowd control. First off, when making a roadblock, make it clear that vehicles and pedestrians are not to block are not allowed to go past in roadblocks without being lawfully detained. Use road cones and vehicles to block parts off and stand on the side with preferably your taser and warning civilians do not breach this perimeter. Only use spike strips on your side of the road block, as it should only be used to prevent vehicles that have breached the road cones and vehicles from breaching further into the protected area. If civilians breach the roadblock, it is recommended that you give them a warning the first time and charge them with disobeying an order from the LEO, obstruction of justice for second offenders. Though this is just a guideline, and you may use your own discretion for those that breach the crowd control barriers. Do you know the difference between code 1, 2, and 3?
Code 1 is no lights and sirens. You got to follow all traffic laws. Code 2 is just lights, no sirens. You are allowed to go through red lights, but make sure when you go through red lights you slow down before you speed through it to make sure there's no oncoming traffic. Code 3 is lights and sirens. You have to respond as fast as you possibly can by still making sure that you are safe by you getting from point A to point B, and that the city is safe. Well, the other people in the city are safe.
Okay. This vehicle, for instance, what is the most protected spot? Say you're doing a felony stop. You're here at this vehicle. You're getting shots at, taking that.
Down the tire.
Oh, excuse me. No, it's the engine block. All vehicles is the most protected spot of all vehicles is the engine block.
Yeah, I always stand here.
Yep.
And if I can't, no, sorry, you go. My bad.
No, you're good. Good.
If I can't get to that front, I usually hide behind the back tire.
Yeah, never stand in the midsection where these windows are, because they can just basically shoot through them.
Yeah.
All right, now when you link up with you're the driver, and there's another guy that wants to go on patrol with you. Okay, that means that you are the person in control of locking and then unlocking the car. So that means basically your partner will have keys. You're supposed to give your partner keys. Say you die or something like that, he can't get out. So always give keys when you have a partner, but the driver is always in control of locking and unlocking the car. Also, when you're on patrol with another officer, the passenger, which is your partner that will be in the passenger seat, he is in charge of radio comms, and you're still in charge of driving. You understand?
Yes.
Did felony stops. Okay. Do you know what an S1 maneuver is?
A what, sorry?
Do you know what an S1 maneuver is?
Isn't that more like a pit type maneuver?
Basically, yeah, but it's arm of physics again. Some of this training is just a heads up. Some of this training is out of character. So if you hear me say arm of physics, basically what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay, so if this vehicle is code red, for instance, and we can't get active shots on it, it keeps fleeing and evading, and we're going to attempt an S1, what you're going to do is you're going to get in your vehicle, fly past them, probably be a good 50 to 100 meters in front of them, and then you're going to drive in their path of driving. Now, the longer that you keep away from them because of armor physics, what it is, it's going to cause a desync ram, which will basically either launch that vehicle, break that vehicle's tires, or make them crash. That is considered an S1. The only way an S1 would be performed is, like I said, it's either amber or red, because for the simple fact that of whatever their crimes are. The only way it's clear for, also another way it will be clear for an S1 is if a Sergeant Plus has deemed it necessary for an S1 to be done. I think as far as what I'm concerned right now, you know a lot. I think I've read a lot to you.
Yep, you sure have.